ranking the Strawhats. This is gonna be a quick video, man. I like to go in depth with. Basically, people might not like it, but it's the truth. Nami's at number 10. She's smart, right? Or not smart. She's intuitive. She knows how to, and she knows, and she has experience on the seas. She knows about like cat burglary. That's why her name's Cat Burglar Nami. She goes over there. She gets her money. She knows how to navigate the seas because like it's always been that way in her life. Seas and other things. She was like adopted by Belmere and then taken to another island, and then like from there she had to like basically be a servant to Arlong and like run up money in the East Blue, and she was like all over the East Blue, and then she had to learn how to like navigate through that and learn about like weather patterns on like just the East Blue. Then she like became like Luffy's navigating girl, and she was cool to have him like that. She's at number 10 though, because she didn't know how to fight really except with a stick. Then she got help from other people and got stronger. But like at number 9, I got Chopper, of course. 2020 Chopper. He has the human fruit, like I said in the other video. That's a useless fruit, but like Chopper uses it the right way. He uses it the right way. He has multiple uses for it: defensive moves, evasive maneuvers, strength, monster point. He has all those like forms, and he uses it well for like who he is and like how strong he is, and how like fast and other things. Like he's the youngest member of the crew. He's like they call him the raccoon, but he's really a reindeer. That's funny, and like he has the smallest bounty, but he did some damage. They shouldn't have gave him a small bounty, but they did because they don't know him as a monster. They know him as Cotton Candy Lover Chopper. And then the 8 is Ussop. That's Sniper King right there. So he has quick scope vision now. Like he has observation hockey is great. He is also a thinker, a creative thinker. He made Kabuto. He made like different stars that shoot attacks. Fireball star, Tabasco star, um, all kind of stars and shit that he shoots. And these are like things that he creates. They're like weapons. He can create all kind of weapons. And he was also like the shipwright, so it's like really smart, right, and creative, experience in battle. But not as much as the other people. He's an 8. He's at number 8. And then Franky is like a little more than Usopp because of his experience and also better at like thinking and other things too. Um, Usopp learns a lot from Franky, and Franky likes helping out everybody in the crew. He's number 7. He's the guy who's like good. He's a robot, not a robot, a cyborg, because he he got hit by a train and then he had to like repair himself and then like keep repairing ships. And that's what he does. He's a shipwright. Then he has, he gets super and he gets his cola fix and he's strong and he's powerful, robust, and everything. Even after the time skip, he's still doing that stuff, upgrades and everything. And then Brook's at number 6. Revive fruit. I had that on the other video about the paramecia dough fruit users. I said cool. He can even run on water to stay alive too. So like he doesn't actually die because he falls in the water. But he's like so light because he's all bones. He runs over water and shit, so it's cool. As long as it ain't like too long, he can run across lakes and rivers and shit like that. No oceans though. But he has the Soul Fruit Soul Parade. Like he has an ice move that he uses. He's nice with the sword. He's like a secondary swordsman too. He's the musician of the crew, the wisest guy there, but plays games with words. Let me see your draws, your panties, girls, and stuff like that. He's just playing games and shit. But he's old and he's wise, but he's not the smartest too. But he's smarter and like wise enough to handle everybody below him. Nico Robin, she got number 5. She's smarter than everybody on the crew. Even everybody, yes. Knowledgeable on all kind of like ancient history and stuff. She's the archaeologist. Without her, they wouldn't know how to like move around the seas. As far as which island to go to next. Not as far as, I know what's coming in and other things like Nami does. Nico Robin knows like the information about the islands and shit. She gathers information as well. She's cool like that. and she has a dough fruit called the flower fruit. She makes more hands and other things. She's very creative with her dough fruit. Um, Smart and creative with her dough fruit. This woman is dangerous. Like looks beautiful but dangerous too at the same time. And Jimbei is a number four, first son of the sea, Jimbei. Fishman karate and a man who like loves his people and loves the Straw Hat crew too. And he like had to like leave Big Mom and like he went to her himself and he was like, no, no, I'm rocking with the Straw Hat Pirates. I ain't under your thumb no more. I said Luffy's gonna be king of the pirates. I'm with him. She tried to snatch it, so he said no. My nigga was like on. You know, he has fisherman karate. He knows how to like bring other fish. Like he was a fisherman pirate captain for a little bit, or some pirates and stuff. And he got them under his like wing and other things. You know, now that there's like a grand fleet that Jimbei rules that part of the grand fleet, the fisherman pirates. I like Jimbei. He's cool like that, and he knows a lot of people. He has connections and other things. He's like wise and been around the sea for a while. Another person like Franky, but more knowledgeable and more powerful too. He was one of the seven warlords as well. And then I got number three. I got Sanji. Sanji's a little step ahead of him and shit as far as you know loyalty goes, but loyalty ain't all that you need. You need strength. He's a cook. Jinbei's the helmsman, and Sanji's the cook. Sanji's been there for a while, but he had a little betrayal moment, and Luffy had to like let him back in the crew. Because Luffy needs to eat food, man. That's why he was like, man, I need this guy. And without him, I won't be like, I'll die. Because he tried to cook some food, he couldn't cook shit. Sanji, he has kicking moves. He has Diablo Jambe. He has other moves. He has Moonwalk. He's like six powers user low key. People didn't know that about him, but I knew that about Sanji. He's a six powers user, and observation hockey's on a high, especially when it's for the ladies and shit. He has to like sense that they're in trouble, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I have to bounce over there and like help some shit out." But like he's not as powerful as Zoro is. Zoro is he endures a lot of pain. Sanji is a little more durable, but Zoro like he has longer fights, drag out fights. He likes to see what his people are doing, like what people are doing. Most of the people he fights are like very durable, but he has to like work through that like armor and like crack that shit down and like nick away at it like time like it all while he's getting like his ass fucked up, but he like works through the pain and other things. He endures all that shit, and he's strong too. He even fought Luffy before in a filler episode. Zoro is a pirate hunter. Zoro, three sword style Zoro, King of Hell Zoro. Everybody knows about Zoro who are true One Piece fans. Like Zoro was about to leave the crew during like if Luffy didn't like acknowledge that he was the captain and that Usopp messed up, he was gonna leave if he tolerated Usopp's disrespect towards the crew. He was there to put Luffy in line as the vice captain and other things, but also protect him because he had to protect the whole crew during Thriller Bark. He had to take all of Luffy's pain and like Sanji woke up and was like, "Yo, what the happened to you?" This is like blood everywhere. He's like, "Nothing happened, man," but like everybody knew he like did some shit there because it was evident at Sabaody. But after the time skip, he trained with Mihawk and got stronger, and he became, a man who was cool with like the blades and shit. Armament hockey's on a high. He probably has the best armament hockey on the crew, and he has a Conqueror user as well. One of the supernovas and all kind of shit. He's approaching top 10 status like slowly but surely. Luffy is too. He's already in the top 10. I got Luffy at number one. Of course, nobody can hang with Luffy. Luffy can go in Gear 5 and like beat everybody in his crew. Sanji and Zoro be a little harder, but Luffy would beat them medium dip. He's like that strong. Like he would still be able to do stuff. Uh, yeah. So that's ranking the Straw Hat Pirates. All of them. Yeah. They're gonna get a new crew member, I guess. Um, and they might have already, but I didn't see the manga and shit, so I'm like a little behind. But that's it. Nami 10, Chopper 9, Usopp 8, Franky 7, Brook 6, Nico Robin 5, Jimbei number 4, Sanji number 3, Zoro number 2, and Luffy number 1. Say, go on.